The differential pressure indicator confirms the filter status is okay.
Deviation detected. Initiate divert. Checking root cause. Root cause verified. Revalidating now. Revalidation complete. Deviation logged. Initiating FDV divert. Root cause verified. Revalidation complete. Process controlled. Line metrics are stable. Good. Check the pH logs.
All within SOP. Approving batch.
Confirm. Next batch ready.